Hey everybody, I'm back again. I just did a video on the Kuro coil jigs, and I said in that video that I had an atomizer building video to do, and here it is. And I want to go over a little bit of the features. It's a Dark Horse. This is actually the brass accented Dark Horse, and you see it's got a nice copper center pin, okay, and has a couple of parts to it. I'll go over them. As you can see, it's got a few different air hole configurations. Okay, it's got you can either do a single, let me show you here. You can either do a single coil, and, well, you can do single, or you can do double, and you can do two different size holes for double. Okay, and you see you've got a big square opening there, and then you have the other options are slots. Okay, so that basically gives you like 6 3/32 holes or so for airflow, and that could be dual or single. Or you have the wide open square, which gives you, I don't know what size that would be, but it's more air flow. Okay, so that's the airflow on there. And here's the inside. I like the inside. Let me get a little pointer here. Nice square post, and very generous size wire holes, you know, for to accommodate most any size wire you'd want to put in here. Phillips head set screws. Okay, the only thing that I see that, and it's really not, you know, it doesn't bother me too much, but I would have thought that this, excuse me, this atomizer would have had a deeper juice well, but it doesn't, and that's okay. That's really not a big concern of mine. But I will say something that I really like about this atomizer is that it came with a drip tip. This is the drip tip that came with it, which is, hey, you know, that's always nice if the atomizer comes with a drip tip. And it had this, I guess this is Drillin, made out of Drillin material, this cap, so that your drip tip, you know, fits in there like so on the top. All right, that's cool. You know, it would be a nice atomizer, you know, even though if it didn't come with the drip tip. But what I really like about it is it came with a chub cap also that fits. It's the same thread as that Delrin ring that holds the drip tip. Well, this is a Delrin drip tip that's threaded with that same thread and threads directly into the top piece caps of the atomizer. How cool is that? I like the chub caps. Somebody that's just getting into dripping atomizers might not care for that much airflow or vapor or whatever, but I really like the chub caps, and so yeah, this is a big plus for this atomizer for me. I like this idea. You know, more atomizer designers ought to come up with this or give the option for it, because these chub caps are very popular. You know, people like chase clouds. They're great. Okay, so let's get to building. I'd stated in the previous video I did with the Kuro jig, coil jig, that I wanted to build a dual parallel build that came out to approximately 0.2 ohms resistance. Okay, so I've done that. I've already wrapped my coils. All right, so I just need to install them, and here they are. These two coils. I made these with the Kuro coil jig. Extremely easy. You know, I just can't say enough how much easier and efficient it makes coil winding. This coil winding kit here, it's great. And either if it's the kit or if you buy the individual size mandrels by themselves, either way, you won't go wrong with it. These are great. So anyway, so we've got our two coils, and I'm going to install them. And they are wrapped on a 2.5 millimeter mandrel. Okay. So here again, I like to try to get both coils so that they're as much in the center of the atomizer as I can get them. So what I'm going to do is just kind of bend the little lead over just a little bit. Okay, I just want to barely offset them, because with the parallel wires, it's just slightly more difficult to get the wires to bend. And what I usually do when I was using drill bits to wrap the coils was I used 2 drill bits at the same time, same size drill bits at the same time, and that sometimes that made it a little bit easier to position the coils. So I'm just going to set that right there for now. I'm going to tighten up my negative post for that coil. Okay, and I'm going to leave the positive post loose for now because I have to install the other coil. Okay, so I'm going to spin it around here. Okay, and what I want to do is lift this coil up slightly to get it out of the way. Of the leg for the other coil, you know, so that you don't run the leg through the opposite coil, because then you have a really hard time of snipping the wire off, the excess wire. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to tighten this negative wire up, leg up. Okay, now Okay, got those. All right, now let me cut these two negative leads, the excess off of those. Okay. Cut the excess off of this one. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut the excess off of this positive for the longer one I have here. Okay. And cut off the excess for this other side. Okay. Alright. Now I hadn't tightened down that positive post yet because I want to try to position coils just a little bit. Okay. And that one in there. Now it doesn't have to be, the coils don't have to be dead center, but that's just kind of like, I just like to have them closer to the center than sitting on either side, because when you go to wick them and put the cotton in, you'll have an equal amount of space on either side. And, you know, I don't know, maybe it's me being anal or whatever. I just like the uniform look of it like that. So I'm going to tighten up this positive one. Excuse me if my hand is in the way, but I'm going to try to make sure it's as tight as I can get it. Okay. Now, let's see what we have here. Now, I want to see where the coil is going to line up. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but the coil is pretty much as height-wise on the post. The coil is pretty much in the center of the airflow hole. Okay, so that's good. That's where I want it. I'm just going to do a little tweaking on the position of the coil just a little bit. Okay, get it nice and parallel across. Okay, and get the other one. Let's see. Stick it in this way. Okay. How does that look? Look okay? All right. Okay. Looks pretty good. All right. Now let's see what kind of ohms we have. I was shooting for a 0.2. So looks like we got a 0.2 there. All right. Now I'm going to take it and put it on a mod, and this is an old Nemesis mod, copper Nemesis. So I'm going to bump it, pulse it, heat the coils up a little bit, see how it does. Okay. And just for giggles, I'm going to squeeze them just a little bit just to make sure that they're compressed as much as they could be. Okay. Alright, and let's just kind of let me squeeze this one together a little bit more. Okay. All right, so there we go. Just need to wick this, and great. Like I said, this is an old nemesis, and let me take the atomizer off because it's easier to wick it while it's on the ohm meter. And I use Kojendo Japanese cotton for my wicks usually. I find that I prefer the flavor of that and the ease of using it, how to use it. And this is how I usually do it. I take a little strip of cotton like so. All right. Put this up here. Now that's a little bit of residue from some juice I had, so what I normally do, unless it's a really large diameter coil, I'll take like the very thin outside layer of the cotton and peel that off, okay? And from that, I'll take it and I'll twist one end up, very small, very tightly, snugly. Let me try to twist it a little bit tighter than that. Okay. Alright. And get it started through the hole like so. Take a little pair of tweezers. Enough so I can grab hold of it with my fingers. And then I'll try to kind of squeeze it on this side and sort of feed it through the coil, because I want it pretty pretty snug in there. Okay, so that's pretty good. And let me cut off about right there. Take my other end and twist an end up. Okay, here we go. Alright, and cut off that little twisted end that's all twisted up, so it's, there we go. Alright. So then I just take my cotton, and I'm sure people have different ways of doing their cotton or whatever. but yeah, I don't put gobs and gobs of cotton in there. And I want to keep the area under the coil, you know, I don't want to block the airflow from being able to go under and behind that coil, because the airflow is going to contribute quite a bit to the amount of vapor that you get. Okay, so just take these. Tuck it in there like so. Alright, and I'm going to put my, well, I'm going to juice it up first, and I'll do another video right after this one, and I'll show you the vapor production from it. So, let's see. Oh, we come up to 4.4. Now, how did we do that? Huh. Interesting. Make sure our screws are tight. There we go. Tighten up on the screw a little bit. So we got a 0.24. Okay, I can live with that. Alright, thanks for watching. This was the Dark Horse Atomizer RDA. And I'm going to have the chub cap on it. I love this option for it. I'm going to juice it up, and I'll be back with another video in just a minute, and we'll see the vapor production from it. Okay? Alright, thanks for watching, y'all. Again, don't forget, if you're looking for a jig coil, hey, these Kuro Concepts jig coil is very nice. You know, you can get the kit that has 6 different mandrels, 6 different size mandrels in it, or you can buy each size individually. Okay? So anyway, y'all take care, vape on, and vape strong.